From birth, boys are treated differently by parents, and as school becomes a part of their lives, teachers also treat them differently. Parents are more physically active with boys than with girls, and give boys more spatially complex toys and more opportunities to explore their physical worlds. These differences may contribute to the well-documented gender differences in spatial ability. Spatial ability is an important component of math skills and facilitates comprehension of abstract mathematical concepts used in geometry, trigonometry, and calculus.
And sometimes math is a challenge, sometimes, language arts is the challenge, sometimes art can be challenging. Our first mission was to really increase access for any families and for all girls to a girl-focused environment. And then as we were researching, we were finding that girls were dipping right around the age of 9 in science, technology, engineering, and math, and physical activity. So we really wanted to reverse those trends and start a STEM-focused education for girls, but within a liberal arts curriculum. And I think that is really key and really important. We think you build self-esteem and confidence out of being competent around something. So we thought if we can build competence and girls have those skills, greater skills, by being at Laura Jeffrey Academy, then maybe they'll take more challenging classes like calculus too.
But I feel like girls and boys both need to feel confident in who they are and able to become vulnerable to the learning and really expose themselves and ask questions. And so I think finding an environment in which they can do that is what's most essential.
Why are girls not interested in math and science classes?
What's your favorite subject right now?
Right now it's like language arts and social studies. I really like reading because it's like, yeah.
And then
I don't know. I just do. Math is like easier for me, so I think that's like after language arts and social studies. And science is like harder to understand because there's like, once you get up into like middle school and stuff, there's a lot of different like components and stuff that you have to understand. So it's like, oh, there's electricity, but then there's like magnetism and speed and velocity and like 10 other different categories that are tied to it. So you have to learn about all of it at once, so that's harder.
My favorite subject is also language arts and social studies. I enjoy math. I mean, it's a lot of I like the equations and everything kind of just fits together, and that is sort of incorporated in science, which is always really cool. Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to work with animals, and so that always has a lot of math and science in it. It's always just been interesting.
My favorite subject is also language arts. Math and science, I like them too. They can be a little bit hard sometimes, but I can usually catch on pretty quickly.
Also language and social studies. I don't like science. I feel like it's too hard, and the way that it is, it's a bunch of complicated stuff, and I feel like I'm just not quote unquote smart enough to figure it out. But math, I catch on pretty quickly, especially with adding and subtracting, because I like that.
So yes, there is a gender gap of women in the field of STEM. Why that is, I'm not sure. Some of it I feel like has to do with society and the way that women are viewed and the roles that we're supposed to take and play and our responsibilities to society. So in middle school particularly, as girls are starting to become women, and so in my opinion, what I see is that their confidence changes as they start to, their hormones start in their body and they start becoming physically or emotionally attracted to other people, and the confidence within themselves starts to waver, and the way that they see themselves or that they have once viewed themselves, they start to double think. And so I feel like school and or classes that society has coined as a male's role, they don't identify as being strong in.
There's been no research that has shown an adverse effect on girls of being in an all-girl environment. In fact, the research really shows that Because of external or maybe even parental or societal expectations on girls, they often, in a co-ed environment, take a back seat and don't raise their hands as much, don't take on as many leadership opportunities. And so in an all-girl environment, they get to do that. And so when we have girls back in our school, their experiences in high school are great. They feel very well prepared. They are taking AP classes, honors classes. They feel pretty confident. And so we're getting some pretty good stories.